At some point when you're doing a milling job, you're going to come across a situation where there's no easy way to hold a part in a vise for fixturing it. This is a good example, an oval shape or an elliptical shape, actually, more precise. There's no good way to grip this because the jaws are straight. So what we got to do is create what are called soft jaws or machinable jaws. We make them out of aluminum blanks. Okay, those blanks are 6 inches long and 1 inch thick, and they're tall enough to stand up above the vise. They're usually about 2 inches tall, the ones we use. But what counts for us right now is the basically the length and the width of it. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this geometry we've already created uh, that we want to use for actually for milling the outside of this. We're going to use that same geometry to make the shape inside shape of our jaws, which will be gripping this just perfectly. Okay. So what we got to do is start a new sketch, and it can be from either plane. We can make it from the bottom plane of this. That's fine. What I'm going to do is first make a rectangle around this. And this is going to represent both of my jaws together with a little bit of a space between them because you have to have a space between them in order for it to lock properly. And I know that my length is 6 inches, and I know that each jaw is 1 inch wide. So it's going to be two, at least it's going to be bigger than two because of that space in between. And the minimum space I use is 125 thousandths. So I'm going to start with 2.125 and kind of move this around to see if I can make this work. Um, I think this one will actually be really good. I'm going to dimension from the center point up 2.125 divided by 2, so I get it right in the center. Here to here, I'll go 3 inches, so it's halfway. And that looks good. Um, we're going to have this little space in here, but if we machine out this shape, it's going to work great. All right, so now that I've got that, I can use my current geometry in this to actually make the shape of the pocket of the jaws. So I'm just going to click on this and go extrude. I'm going to extrude it up. Make sure you change operation from join to new body. We want that to be something separate from the original piece. And my part is going to be 250 thousandths thick when we're done. And so I'm going to set that at 200 thousandths as far as the thickness of this pocket. All right, so basically the jaws will be holding this oval piece after milling to do like a facing operation and some other work that has to be done on the second side. Now, if you want to see what it looks like without the part in there, you can go to body 3 or whatever body number this is on your drawing and click the eyeball, and that's it. And now we can use our adaptive clearing, use pocketing, contouring to machine the jaws to the exact right depth that we need. And that's pretty much how easy it is to design and program soft jaws.